What makes a leader? Where is the next global market? For more than a dozen years, ZT Wealth has put these questions to the test. Their dedication has resulted in a dynamic wealth management company that provides clients with proven financial success. Founded by experienced financiers, ZT Wealth was built on traditional, well-planned investing. But traditional wasn't enough for these emerging times. So they designed a company focused on personal service and strong partnerships. Standing by its investments, ZT Wealth offers a portfolio of products in which they participate alongside their clients as owners, managers, and investors. ZT Wealth is your comprehensive resource for financial freedom and your partner in the long-term quest for living well.
ZT Wealth is a portfolio of services that creates a financial portfolio for the client. So there's several lists of services we have, but it really translates into a financial aspect for the client. Our differentiation versus other companies is the fact we only invest in private equity that we actually vertically control, like Altus, as opposed to other private equity companies that really just want to control the deal from a share point of view, but they really don't control the management. And that to me is key, because no one will do for you what you'll do for yourself.
You can't take a look at someone's financial life and just manage one piece of it. You can't manage the 401k and think you can understand how you're going to help someone retire.
We are there to make sure and ensure the investment succeeds to our utmost ability. And we will do whatever it takes to make it work.
You have to really get involved with a client.
For whatever they need, whether it's buying a second home, whether it's buying a home in Costa Rica, whether it's building another office practice, we construct it for them, we do everything for them.
Well, your typical financial institution is very, very limited in their viewpoint. They just look at your pocketbook and they treat your spreadsheets. The difference with ZT is they actually treat the person. They look at you more holistically. And one thing that ZT is very good at is approaching you on a very personal level, assessing your needs, and then making a plan comprehensively that not only treats the number side, but also maybe your own personal goals, and mix that in to give you a very comprehensive picture.
They make a point to sit down with me, line by line, go through the complete deal, and we yay or nay the deal together. They take that time for everything. I mean, there is a real personal touch and personal service involved with ZT.
Here's a professional athlete who does need professional and a lot of advice at a young age because he has to plan for the future.
Second game of the season up in Tennessee, a guy falls into my knee and I'm flopping on the ground because I'm like, this is really hurting and it's not letting up.
All of a sudden he gets an injury, so the first thing that really goes in his mind is that, man, how am I doing? Am I going to be okay? Will I ever play again?
One of my first phone calls was from Craig, and he was like, you're good.
And for us to say, you can retire, it's not an issue. The way, what you have set up today, you can live, now and enjoy your life even if you didn't play football again.
If it was my time, if I was unable to come back from my injury, I wouldn't have a worry in the world. I got ZT.
For us to be able to give him that level of comfort is just a great example of what we do.
A cornerstone to ZT Wealth's financial success is its portfolio of self-owned, controlled, and managed products within the healthcare industry. Collaborating with its physician and real estate clients, ZT Wealth develops and operates Altus Healthcare Management Services.
Altus started with the approach of really just trying to take care of the physician and to make sure the patient was taken care of.
The key ingredient with Altus in general is that it allows physicians to feel more empowered and become more involved in healthcare, not only on the professional level, but also on the technical level.
We've been able to reach out to so many different types of doctors to empower them to take care of their patients better than they ever have been able to before.
One of the challenges that we face as physicians is that whenever we send a patient out for a test or whenever we operate at a particular institution, when we have no management ability, we have no say, it becomes very challenging for us to deal with some of the trials or concerns that patients may have.
Altus empowers the physicians to design the facility with us, with their patients in mind. Every facility is customized around the physicians that are investing in that particular local market, because the best input that we get is from our doctors.
These things are usually not shared with physicians, but the beauty in Altus allows the doctors to participate.
Altus is one of the only organizations, I think, right now that allows physicians to empower themselves, and that is It is enabling physicians to be a part of the decision-making process of what goes on with patients and patient care.
The typical model is when you deal with facilities in general, is you have these businessmen in suits, and then they build the facility, and then they go and attract the doctors. In our model, instead, we go to the doctors first, find out what their needs are, and then the doctors become more empowered and they become more passionate for the center themselves because they're now a part of it. The bottom line is that what makes Altus unique is the fact that it caters to the physicians at that particular area.
What makes ZT's involvement in Altus important is that we apply the same things we use in ZT over to Altus.
The business side of medicine is quite complicated, and it's nice having that whole ZT financial institution to back up that center at many different levels.
I think one of the big things about Altus is that we have great follow-up, and we're always trying to improve ourselves. We're always trying to do the best thing for our patients and our clients. With that, we have a lot of people that just sing praise for our service. We have a lot of people that love working for us because they believe in what we're doing. They believe in caring for someone. They believe in making these relationships last.
The financially proven Altus model, available to investors, has attractive global potential and is well positioned for long-term growth.
The model and the concept of Altus will affect the way that companies do healthcare in many countries. I think it will be a giant in the future.
Building upon the success of Altus HMS, ZT Wealth has branched out into the world of property development, adding to its products portfolio of self-owned and operated properties in thriving communities.
One of our development partners, Dave Wallace, who was the former mayor of Sugar Land, one of the most successful mayors in the country, and in conjunction with him, we built a Class A office building in Pearland.
If you take a look at some of the projects in which we've been involved, it's not just about money. It's about creating a sense of community. It's about creating a sense of value for a particular area.
We're really proud of that because it wasn't just a deal for us, it was really a community development.
Working as a mayor, serving on state and federal boards, things of that nature, understanding what the public sector can and cannot do. And that's the type of experience that I think ZT is asking of me.
Responding to the needs of its other business units, the ZT Wealth property investment model is built to enhance the value of real estate investments by delivering a responsive turnkey solution that maximizes operational profitability.
Tariq Khan, who's been a partner of mine since the mid-90s, has helped ZT Wealth grow into a global brand through our ZT Tactical division, which is based in Dubai.
The leading product that we are looking to roll out is Altus Healthcare. We feel that the model that Tasir and his team have created here in the United States could easily be duplicated, not only in the Middle East, but probably through Europe as well.
ZT Wealth is always striving to bring something new to the client. And this is an international world today in investing. It's no longer just domestic in the United States. So you really need to have global outreach. And Tariq and the team at Tactical bring that ability to ZT Wealth for its clients.
In my 20+ years in the industry, I don't think I've come across a more stellar team than the team that I've seen at ZT Wealth. In fact, to the point that we will not look at or make any investment in the United States without either having ZT Wealth participate or approve that investment on our behalf.
ZT is set apart on so many different levels.
Our faith in ZT Wealth is blind faith, but it's rightly deserved.
What ZT Wealth does for a client, I really don't think anyone in our industry really does.
Looking at Altus, looking at ZT, I think our model and what we do will help us grow, by leaps and bounds as people start to get it.
We're going into a global brand. I really believe that, and the sky's the limit for us.
Living well, I think it's a combination of health, financial success, and family, and all these things tie together. This is what we try to provide for every client and try to instill in them.
If we can take the stress level out of people's lives, I think that's really living well. That's what ZT does.
ZT Wealth, one dynamic resource for all your financial needs.